Hey everybody, it's Tuesday the 19th of October and like I say, I've been missing MIA for a few weeks now. The reason behind that is I got gastroenteritis, which was horrible, and then after that turns out I've got secondary lactose intolerance from it. I had rows of gastrus, basically the lining of my stomach and the lining of my intestines were away, and had plenty of acid reflux. I had lots of problems, bloating. I've barely eaten in weeks, but thankfully I'm on the mend. Like I say, I've had to change my diet, I've had to change a lot of stuff over the past few weeks, and that's the reason as to why I've been missing. Back in with it at the minute, I'm feeling better. I've changed up me likes of milk and dairy and all that, and I'm on the mend. It's actually time to start getting things sown. So let me turn you around and I'll show you what it is that I've got prepared for today and show you what I've already sorted out as well. In this tub, in the Vitapod, I have some damp kitchen roll. And in this damp kitchen roll, I have the start of my germination tests for the heavy cucumber seeds that I took the other week, and also the heavy pepper as well. So I'm going to start them off today in the propagator and then see if we've got any good germination with them. So they're going to stay in here. But also, I'm going to put the first batch of onion seeds in. So this is what I'll be putting in. I've got some Michael Bradley quality onion seeds. I've got some Peter Holden quality onion seeds. And for the large ones, I've got some from John Peace that I got from 2019. And also some Peter Glazebrook large onion seed as well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of them into some clover multi-purpose compost. And then I'm going to sprinkle a few on the top. And like I say, I'm going to limit how many I'm going to grow, so I might even just put half a dozen in each pot here, and then a couple of weeks later put another half dozen in, so on and so forth. But we'll see what we can get. And more importantly as well, make sure you mark them all up. And I've done this in the past where I've failed. So what I've got here is I've got the compost in these 7cm pots. I've let it up to around where the rim is, around here. Same with these ones at the back as well. And then I'm just going to gently push them down, just so that they're making contact with this compost. And I'll get a little bit of compost and I'll just sprinkle it over the top. Not too much. Squeeze out 2 hands. I'll level them out. Now I'll put a bit of water on the top. And that is good to go. So I'll just tap them down, tap that down, tap that down, tap that down. I'll get a bit of water and then they'll go into here. And that's that done. So the start of the 2022 growing season for me has officially begun with the onions. I'll be putting some more in a couple of weeks' time. I'll be doing it every 2 weeks until I run out of seed, basically, because like I say, I'm going big with onions this year and I've got plenty to choose from, and like I say, I want to have a good go with the heavy onions as well. So not just have I getting them sorted, also in the past week I got contacted by the local paper, and I didn't realise that they were going to stick me on the front page with the slogan, "What a whopper." Now looks like they're saying that it's me. But yeah, the journalist who got in contact did a little interview over the phone. He does want to come down to the garden as well as to have a video interview, so he wants to put that on the website. But like I say, it's nice to get some recognition, and it's strange walking into the local co-op looking at the newspaper stands and there's my big mug on the front. But no, thank you very much, David, for that. I know you checked out some of the videos as well. But yeah, no, that's me done for now. That's sorted out. I need to get a little bit more done inside of here, which I can just get on, potter on with. You don't need to say that, but it's just getting on, doing things little and often, best I can. So I'll catch you next time. Evening guys, it's Saturday afternoon. I've just finished work. I'm just going to show you what's happening inside this little Vitapod. So with the onions that I started off on the 19th, the 10th, we have liftoff. So as you can see here, we've got some Michael Bradley onions on the way up. I've got my own saved seed on the way up. We've got some heavy from John Peace, and also we've got some Peter Glazebrook heavy onions there as well. So there's plenty there to choose from for when they do come up. I'm pleased with them. I've also set the next lot away for the heavy onions, Peter Glazebrook and also John Peace. That's these ones. These were set away on the 26th of October. The main batch of quality onions, which what these two are here,
will be set away from the basically 10th of November, which is my birthday, because that's when I start my onions off for exhibition. So not only have I had these in here, you may remember I had the little germination tank just to test the germination of the seeds for the cucumbers. The first cucumber that I pulled just as a practice, and also the heavy bell pepper as well. So let me show you what's happened with that. Here it is. So I've pulled them out, I've spread them out, and as you can see, it looks like I've got zero germination on any of the cucumber seeds, which is a bit of a disappointment. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'd say about 95% germination on the bell pepper seeds, which is fantastic. So I've got viable seeds for the bell pepper for next year as well. Get in. So yeah, some good news, some bad news. We have started for 2022. Time to get the rest of this shed sorted out now. I'm feeling a little bit better because it's still in a bit of a mess here. As you can see, I've still got to sort all that backbench out and things. But other than that, like I say, I'm feeling a lot better, and we should get back into the swing of things in due course. I've got a couple of days off now, Sunday and Monday. I'll have a new update on Sunday, so I know it's been a while. But I'll see you all in the premiere at that time. And other than that, I'll catch you on the next time I'm available. Hi everybody, it is Wednesday the 10th of November. Now, I've got a few announcements to make. I am going to be pretty busy this morning. I'm going to start tidying up in the greenhouse, the potting greenhouse at home, and also I'm going to get sorted in here as well because I need to start my quality onions. Now, speaking about onions, Alan Taggart, just let you know, matey, I have got your seeds sorted and they will be on your way to yourself. Alan reached out, he wanted to try some giant onions, so I had some some seeds there. So they're on their way to you, my friend. Dean Roberts has also got some seeds as well, so we'll see what he does with them. I've told him what he needs to do with them. It's all down to you now, matey. So I'll show you how my onion seeds are from, obviously I know the last two updates that you just got before there. So let's have a look at them because I will be potting these ones up and I will be sowing some quality onions today as well. So as you can see in the propagator, started these on the 19th of the 10th of October. I've got some Michael Bradley onions, I've got some of my own saved seed, I've got a heavy onions here as well from John Peace and also from Peter Glazebrook seed as well. These are past the crook stage, so I'm going to get these potted up. That's the reason why they're on the dry side. I started these just as an experiment to see if the seeds were germinated fine, which they have done, but I will be potting them up in any case today. I've started the next lot of heavies on the 26th, which you can see there has been some movement and there is still some movement coming through there as well. I am starting to water these with the Mills starter, which is in that tub there, staying nice and warm inside of here. So that's what the plan is today, to get that sorted out and sow some more seeds. So these are the 3 sets of quality onions which I'll be sowing this year. Very fortunate to get some off Peter Holden, so thanks very much, Peter, for that. I'll be keeping an eye on these with great anticipation. I've got some seeds off Michael Bradley as well, some Michael Bradley seed, and also some saved seed for my own onion from back in 2018, which saved seed was from 2019. But as you can see, germination has been really good, so I'm going to put some of my own in to see if I can continue on with my own. So that's what I'll be putting in today as a start, and I'll be putting some more in a couple of weeks time, just as a gradual, as a staggering approach. But with that being said, I've got a few things to do before I take it into the greenhouse. I'm going to tidy the greenhouse. Let's have a look and see the state of the greenhouse. As you can see, this greenhouse has just been left. It's a mess. I've just left all the stuff off. I've taken some of the plants off. Obviously the chilies and stuff there as well. Sadly that was a plant of Leslie's that's died. So I've taken a load of chili seeds off here, which I'll be giving these chilies to a friend of mine who's going to be making some stuff. And these I'll be skipping for seed, which I'll take the seed out, and they'll be going into the pack for Graham Barrett's seed exchange, along with hopefully me cucumber seed when you go and get it. So I need to tidy out all of these, get rid of them all, same with the tomatoes, so I've got a good nice bench space. Sort this out, sort that out as well, because I need some fresh compost in there, and have a good general tidy ready to go for potting up. So, bear with us, I'll be right back. A little time later, that's all that cleared out. The bench is wiped down, brushed down. I've now got a space to start potting up.
I'm going to take this compost out of here and replace it, because this has been sitting for a good few months and it's probably been watered down because the rain getting through and stuff like that. So I'm going to start fresh. Always start with fresh in any case, then I know I'm okay. So I'm going to get that changed over, but first let me just show you some nice colour over the course of the winter months. Now, as many of you will know, I've had these mini mums for about 4 years now. They started off life on the bargain bench in Morrison's, and they are mini mums, mini chrysanthemums. And like I say, these have just been left, and you can see the size of them. They've taken up half of the 8x6 greenhouse. And I've got 2 colours. I did have 3. I had yellow, I had bronze, and I've had pink. Now, pink has been probably the most popular colour, but I do have a full row or full bed of the bronze ones, which go bronze or red, down in the allotment, which I'll show you when I get a chance to get down there. But as you can see, they're absolute beautiful colour over the course of winter months. Now, these will have to be removed from here because I do need to use this space a bit better. I put them in just so I can have some mother plants, some stock, which I do now have. I will be marking these now as well, because I keep forgetting each year to mark them to tell us what they are. So I'll be marking. I know that all of the ones apart from the end one is a bronze one, and obviously this is on the video as well, so I know for myself going forward when the time comes. But like I say, I mean, there's my hand. Look at the size of them. Huge. They're supposed to be border plant. So yeah, they look fantastic, and I'll show you the ones down the plot when I get a chance to. So just before I take you back into the greenhouse and get up on with potting on and sowing seeds, second announcement. Today, well, I say Wednesday, 10th of November, it is my 33rd birthday today. So happy birthday to me. So I've got myself a little present. It's not something massive, but it's something I'm going to be using. But anyways, thanks everybody for your birthday wishes in any case, because I know there's a lot of you wished happy birthday and things like that as well. I got myself a new little USB fan for in here. Now, I didn't want to use the big ones, so I want to try and be cost efficient. So I got myself a little USB fan. I say a little, I didn't realise it was going to be this big. I'll do that in a second. It's a little clip-on one. So this clips on to the side, and I'm using this one for the little air propagator, because I still need that airflow even when I shut this in the winter, because it has been getting cold recently, and I don't want to leave this door open because it means that the propagator will have to warm up using more electricity, etc, etc. So trying to be cost effective. So got myself a little fan to keep the air circulation in here itself. I want to see if I can set this up somewhere easy, and then that'll be getting left on 24/7. I got this fan off Amazon. It was about 15 quid. I can't really show you the front because it's got my address and everything on. The massive sticker on the front, but it is a key nice. Let's see if I can get the model number. It comes in different colours, as you can see. And if we just go on the front here, it is a KN835 if you want to have a look at it yourself. But I got this off Amazon, and so I've got it just clipped up there. It's on. There's 2 settings. There's the slow and the fast, as you can hear. It doesn't look like it's going around fast, but it's just a camera, it's a frame rate. But it is going quick enough on the first setting. If I want to do the second setting, it actually sounds like it goes into different gears. So that's going a lot quicker now. And that's it's a nice bit of draft there, keep the airflow. So I just have to work that out and where I want to clip it and stuff like that. But this thing moves all around. It goes 360 this way, it goes back and forth this way. Hopefully that's a good if it works out well, I might get a couple of more of them, because when I installed John installed this, I got one of these power switches with the USB sections on, so I don't have to take up a full obviously mains. I can just put it in the USB, which is really handy. Right, that's that done. Another job ticked off the list. Now, I'm going to save the biggest announcement till last, because it has been something I have worked on, and that's one of the reasons why I've been MIA the past few weeks. Not only that, I've obviously had illness, I've had family illness as well, just trying to get back into action with work and stuff, and this new diet causing all sorts of issues. But anyways, the next thing I want to let you know is through work, the press officers wanted to get in contact with me after the interview that I did, because it went I didn't realize when I was off, my video for what's called Here For You went through all of the bigwigs meetings to show them, basically, because like I say, mine got selected. And on this video I discussed regards to depression and how gardening helped us through it, and showed them obviously some of the results as well. And I got a lot of absolutely positive feedback from that within work, which was absolutely fantastic. And also feedback from basically the managing director of customer service, which is, like I said, it's a big wig. And I was back and forth with him on an email chain as well, which was really nice to hear. So with that, I got the press office for the company contacted us and asked us if we could do an interview. So I did another little interview with them, and then they reached out to the papers to see if anybody wished to take on the story, and I got a response from the Daily Express. So I've got here, I'll save, as you can see in the video, I'll just scroll through there, around out here. I will add it onto the description below in the video. If you want to have a read through that, please feel free to. You're more than welcome to. But it was a fantastic thing getting in the national press with me Big Veg. It's always nice to get the word out as well, because it gets a lot of attention when people see the outcomes. But it's not just about the results, it's about the journey in itself. And like I say, my journey's been one of overcoming depression, and look where it's landed us with you guys as well. So yeah, that's been quite busy. But before I tell you the big stuff, the big announcement, I've got my onions here. Let's get these potted up and let's get the fresh ones sown. I'm all prepared down here now. So what I've got here is a lot of you know my setup for my greenhouse at home, for me potting up little greenhouse. I come upon this totally by accident. It was put together based not so much on a whim. I just wanted benches in here. I used what I had. I put this on so that the pots wouldn't fall through between the gaps. But it's turned into a cracking little idea for a workbench and a potting up bench. So what I've got underneath here, I've got my secondary bench on the underneath. I've got my dog bed here. This is a dog bed. Now the holes that are underneath here for the ventilation, I've just put some tape underneath them so that the compost doesn't come through. And as you can see, I've got my lovely fresh compost in here, which is Clover Clover multi-purpose compost, so I don't need to go into professional range just yet. And what I do is I put the compost on the top here, and this acts as a riddle. So I just go back and forward, it falls through straight onto here. And when I do potting up, all I need to do is get my pots. So these aren't the pots I'm going to be using, but I get my pot, and if I want to fill it up, I'll just take it over the top, fill it up, and guess what? No mess to clear up. If not, just a little bit, falls straight back in to be recycled again and reused. If I want to empty that out, I'll empty that out. There you go, job's a good one. Nice and clean, nice and easy. I like potting on here, and I like this idea. So that's what I've got here. I do need to pull this out a little bit so I can get to the front so the compost doesn't fly on the floor. But like I say, this works well for me. So I want to get everything set up. I'll get you set up, and I'll talk you through how I'm going to do the potting up with these onions. First thing I'm going to start with sowing the seeds. Now all I need is a small seed tray. I don't need pots, I don't need huge containers, I don't need the big seed trays, just something that is sort of shallow, because the taller the pot, it means that the seed that's sitting up here will be not get the heat to germinate as quick as obviously if it was a little bit further down. So what I've got is a little seed tray here, got my compost, just pop it in there till it's about 1 inch off the top, and then once it's about 1 inch off the top, I then have my handmade pusher downer, which has seen better days. I need to make a new one, to be honest. What it is a bit of wood on the bottom handle, and I just shake that, push it down, and then we've got a flat surface ready to go for the seeds. Now, like I say, I'm going to be sowing 3 different kinds of onion seed, not sowing all of them at the same time, because I want to do a staggered sowing. So I'll do a little drill with my finger, pushing it down a little bit. There's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a marker. Most important thing for me, because I'm really bad at doing it, writing stuff down. I'm going to get a marker, put the markers in so I know what's what, and put the date on as well. Handy little tip, if you want to make some very straight seed drills, get yourself a little label, pop it in, and just move it back and forward, nice and straight. And then once we've got the seed in, we can just push it over. Jobs are done. Jobs are done. Jobs are good. I'll tell you what, I need to put my teeth back in this morning. So let me get sorted. I'm going to see how many seed I've got. I'm going to put about a dozen seed in each, and then put them to one side, give them a water, then they'll be going straight onto the heat mat for germination, and hopefully in about less than 7 days time we'll have some fresh onion seed pop up, some fresh onion plants, should I say. And with that, there you go, seeds all sorted, done for the next lot. So I'll put that in the greenhouse, not the greenhouse, in the propagator, get a little drink, start them off, and then see how they go in the next week. So on to the next. So we've got the heavy onions, which like I say, I don't have many, but I don't need many. I've got the second sown on the way as well. So I've got these are dry, but haven't been left dry for a while. They've just been left dry for a day. Okay. The reason for that is because I want the dry roots, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. So I've got John Peace heavies, and I've got Peter Glazebrook heavies as well. Now, in preparation of this year, I've thought ahead of the curve, and I've actually getting some stuff in. So I've got my 7cm pots here with the trays. So if I want to keep them in the trays, I can keep them in the trays for easy transportation. And I've got absolutely tons of these. Now I got these from Elixir Garden website. Really good price as well. I'll also pop their website in the description below as well, so if you want to go head over. They don't just do pots, they do all sorts on there. They do pots, they do the saucers, they do compost, they do vermiculite, they do different types of medium, plant foods, stakes, clips, the green clips you keep asking us about. You can head over there and get them from there as well, but they're really handy to have in your arsenal as well. Just wait for the payday, because once you start adding to the basket. And they do sometimes as well, if you sign up and subscribe to their website, you get like a 10% off for your first order as well. So have a look on there and see what you can get on there. But that's what I'm going to be using. That's my potting on. I'm going to get these all prepped now, and then we'll just get to potting these up. So in true Blue Peter fashion, here's one I made earlier. So I've counted how many seeds I've got, how many plants I'm going to be potting up. As you can see, I've got them all sorted. I've dibbed a hole down as well. You can put a bit of mycorrhizal fungi, or whatever you say it, in the hole. I don't have any at this time. Just for the first potting on, I'm not really bothered, to be honest. So pop that to one side. I've got my JP heavies here. So like I say, as they are dry, what I'll be doing is take that seed out, take that out of there. That's going into there. I will mark the date, today's date as well, just so that I know when I've potted these up. And I'm not going to be gentle with these, but I'm not going to be rough neither. So just want to, that's the benefit of having dry compost. It just falls out. You want to be careful, of course, when always touching the plants themselves. So as you can see, I don't want to chuck away too much compost, but there we go. There's a little one, 3 roots, fantastic. So I need to be very careful with the stems, not snap them. So with this, what I'm going to do is just pop it in the hole, push the compost around. There's one potted up. Next one, same again. If you're going to touch them, try and grab the first true leaf, because if you grab the main stem, it's not going to. If you snap it, it's game over basically. So put that, and I don't want them to be pushed right down, so I want them stems right near the top, so that the roots can go down into the pot itself. Because realistically, from here on out, I want the pots to be sort of pot bound, not struggling, but I want the roots to be developed enough so that they take up a majority of the pot. It's because I'll be potting these on 6 to 8 weeks time, and then it'll be every 4 to 6 weeks from there, because the nutrients in the compost will dissipate and run out generally after around about 4 to 6 weeks. So there's 3. Just to get that little tickle, and then last one for John Pieces. I've only got 4, which is all right. I've got more on the way. Just been very careful with them. On the side, there's the first 4 heavy onions potted up, nice and easy. So I'm going to do the same with the Peter Glazebrooks, but I'm going to put you on time lapse now, and we'll get these done super quick. There we go, just like that. First lot of heavy onions have been potted up. So So in total I've got 12 in total. So that's the first batch. Like I say, I probably only have enough space to go like 5 or 6. So I've got these ones and I've got the other set as well. So we'll be able to at least pick and choose anyways. That's the reason as to why I want to have a good quantity, because I already know that these are good quality. So good seed. So that's them started off. Now to move on to the early quality sowings, which I've got my own and also some Michael Bradley seed as well. So I'll do these in exactly the same way, and then we'll go into the shed and work out how we're going to set them up in the propagator. And there we go, first lot of onions potted up, and the first lot of main exhibition seed sowed as well. What I'll be one of my targets for next year, not only is obviously to fluke that out, just prove I wasn't a fluke with a giant cucumber, and obviously do better on everything else, personal best wise. I want to bench either a set of 3 or a set of 5 of quality onions at Harrogate. That is a target, and also I want to get a heavy onion in as well, but I'm not too fussed about a heavy onion. But main target is I want to get 3 or 5 benched at Harrogate at least, and this is the start of them. Not just them, but this is the start. I'm going to have a fair few onions growing in the shed this year, like I say, so that's going to be one of my main things I want to go for next year. Now, people ask, when should I pot the seeds up? Now, like I say, I've generally done it about 4 to 6 weeks after sowing. A lot of people wait until what's called the crook stage. Now, the crook stage, I've actually got a couple here. You can see that this one here is straight up. Well, actually, before they go straight up, they've got bends on them. So as you can see here, it's got a slight bend on it. Now, that will straighten up over time with the seed head on. Now, another tip as well, do never ever remove the seed head off, because you can cause damage to the plant and it could all go back and die. It's actually still being fed from the seed head, so leave the seed on and let it drop off naturally. As you can see, this one has, and that'll be fine. But people normally say pot up when it's a crook stage. It doesn't matter if you miss it or if you're too late, but don't be too early. You don't need any kind of specialist seed, any specialist compost when you're sowing seed, just enough to get it going, because after a couple of weeks you're going to be potting them up anyways. And when they're at this stage, and I've put 7cm pots here, this is where I start setting targets and setting schedule of when to sow. So I'll start setting alarms on my phone in the calendar as to when I need to pot the next ones up. So I'll set it for 4 weeks today. I'll set it for 6 weeks today, and then from there it'll be every 4 to 6 weeks. Now let's go and get these into the propagator so they're nice and warm, and give them a drink. And there we go, everything's watered, everything's packed in tightly there, and this is where you find out that I've run out of space. So these will stay in here, and then when these are ready to go, they're ready to pot up, I'll then get the big ones set up ready to go as well. But these are all in there, fantastic sorted. I just need to sort out for the ventilation. I'm going to pop the lid back on as well, and these will get left on at 16 degrees. So the best place I think I'm going to put this for the time being is going to be on this vent here. So they've got a vent to that side and a vent to this side, and also I've got the vent on the top. So I've just got to tack onto the top here, and then just turn on to number 1 so that the air's going through and it'll circulate the air, and obviously the air can escape as well. So that's where I'm going to leave that, so I've got good ventilation. Like I say, it's currently set on, thermostat is set onto 16 degrees, as you can see on there, and I've got the light, which I'm going to just lower down a little bit, because it doesn't need to be obviously all the way that high. 30cm will do, 12 inches will do above the plants. With the LEDs, this is the Spider Farmer SF1000. With the LEDs, it's quite handy because they don't really cause leaf burn, like the T5s would if they touch the T5s. But by the time in which these are ready to be potted up, they're going to be touching the top here, which I'll just be putting the secondary base on the top here as well, because I've got 2 stages for this. Right, that's done. Enough of me ever done. Time to get on with the next task. Actually, that's me all sorted and done with. I've gotten all the tasks done that I wanted. Everything's set away, everything's tucked up nice in the propagator, the fan's on, jobs are good, and so that's me sorted for at home today. I've got no plans for the rest of the day in regards to gardening. I'm just going to relax and enjoy the rest of my day off. Leslie's at work later on, so it looks like it's just me and the kids later, so we'll be watching a few movies, and I'll be having a tipple of me Honey Jack Daniels, which my mum's bought us, which is bought by us every year, which I thoroughly enjoy, so thanks mum. So last but not least, announcement.
I don't know if I mentioned or not in previous months or previous videos, including Marvin, I've actually had the NPLS get in contact with myself. That's the National Pot League Society. They have a space in their hall when they run their shows, and they would like to do a schedule for the giant veg. Now, I got, like I say, they contacted me and asked me if I'd be interested in hosting and organising it separate from the NPLS, but held at Sowing next year in September. I think it's the second weekend in September. Which I'm quite happy to do. Like I say, it'll be nice to be different when it comes to shows like Harrogate, which is pretty much the only large giant veg show up here. I know that the Northumberland Horticultural Society have started doing one as well. But like I say, the more the merrier. It'll be absolutely fantastic, a good turnout. My plans for this, and I've already been in contact for sponsorship and things as well. And good news on the sponsorship side, Canna UK have gladly stated that they're going to be sponsoring the section, the giant veg section, which is a massive win. So there will be some fantastic prize money on at the shows. The show, once I organise it, I'll let you know more in due course. Like I say, it'll be a 10-section show, so just a small one. It'll be one in which will be stuff that's not really put in for Harrogate. Be a mix of a few things. It's going to be stuff that beginners can use, and more the merrier. It's not just for professionals, not just for the seasoned growers, it's also for the new growers. I want to try and encourage as many people as possible to get stuff in for this show and to come along and to join in, because it'll be good. It's a new one, but it's nice to have the big hitters in regards to sponsorship as well, and I'm sure they'll be well looked after as well with that. So, like I say, over the coming months, the next 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks before the new year, I'll be showing you the schedule of the show so that you can get things prepped and sewn for December, January and things like that. We will be doing things like giant leek, giant onion, but things that we won't be doing are things like the giant cabbages, giant marrows. They just take up far too much space, so we'll be keeping things small. So the likes of, and like I say, it's not confirmed yet, the likes of giant carrot, giant parsnip, kohlrabi, giant radish, heavy cucumbers, the list goes, heavy tomatoes, some of the stuff that you can grow yourself in a greenhouse. You can set away February onwards, January onwards, May even, but like I say, stuff that everybody can do. And like I say, I've shown that you can do it. You've followed me for the last 4 years or 5 years. You've seen where I've come from nothing through where everybody can do it. But that, like I say, that will be held in Sowing next year. I'll show you the schedule when I get it finalised. I've got another meeting with Canna in a few weeks' time just to get other stuff sorted, and I've also started getting donations as well, which will help and will go towards the show as well. So there'll be some nice rosettes, some nice ribbons, good prize money. Like I say, it's a first for myself. It's a first for Canna up in the northeast as well. So I'm quite excited, and like I say, it's going to be interesting. So I've also got a couple of handy couple of guys that's going to be helping out as well. So Anth Bosted and also Andy Dawson are going to be helping out as well. So I've already got my holidays booked in, so I hope you've got your holidays booked in, lads, because we'll need to be there on Friday as well to get everything set up. So just a heads up with that. But like I say, a big announcement. I've had the banner up here, as you can see. I'll be doing my own advertisement. The more people, the merrier. If anybody needs any seeds or anything like that, you're interested in doing it, everybody's welcome, and I'll give you more information as I get everything finalised over the coming weeks and months. So yeah, fantastic stuff ahead. We'll see what happens, and as of from me today, I'll catch you on the next one.